8 non-league sides remain in this season's FA Cup, but for all the 19 third and fourth tier teams in tonight's draw, the dream of a lucrative once-in-a-lifetime tie remains. The FA Cup third round has a special place in the English football calendar, and the excitement starts tonight. Your host for this evening's draw is Mark Chapman.
Welcome to the Deep Aquarium in Hull for the draw of the third round of the FA Cup. We're in the city that last year created history as Steve Bruce's side reached the final of the FA Cup for the very first time. And a city that has strong links with the competition as Ebenezer Cobb Morley, born in Hull, drafted the first laws of the FA. This is the stage where the Premier League and Championship sides enter the competition, and there are 8 non-league sides still going strong, including Blythe Spartans, who are number 52, Wrexham, who are 47, Southport 54, Gateshead 55, and Dover are 61. So to conduct the draw this evening, please give a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Alan Shearer and local coach Paul Adamson. Paul runs a hand disability group every Friday evening for Ticton AFC, encouraging anyone with a disability to play football. Paul recently won the Coach of the Year and Volunteer of the Year at the East Riding County FA's Community Awards, and it's fair to say that Paul was shocked to get the call to do the draw because when he received it, he thought it was a wind-up. Alongside Paul this evening, Alan Shearer, without a coat, but a familiar face on your TV screens. It's all right, if we get this wrong, he will stay another day. The Premier League's all-time top scorer, never quite won the FA Cup. He was a runner-up twice, and he was equally shocked to get the call to do the draw. You are in charge of the balls, Alan, all into the bag, and all out of that bag, and into the bucket. There are 64 in there. We need to make sure they all get out. Just put your hand in to make sure.
There was one left in there. They're all gone now.
So, I start sweating when you do things like that, Alan. Right, all the balls are in. Paul's going to draw the home side. Alan will draw the away sides. This is the FA Cup third round draw. Paul, give them a swirl, first of all.
Number 2.
Number 2, the first side out. The holders, Arsenal.
$19.
Arsenal will be at home to Hull City. Look.
Number 35.
35, Southampton, 4th in the Premier League.
20.
And Southampton will be at home to Ipswich, going well in the Championship under Mick McCarthy, their second.
36.
Number 36, that is Stoke City. 13th in the Premier League.
47.
And Stoke City will be at home to number 47, Wrexham. Wrexham of the conference have Premier League opposition in Stoke.
Number 12.
Number 12, Charlton, quarter-finalists last year, 11th in the Championship.
Number 5.
And Charlton will be at home to Blackburn Rovers, also in the Championship, all Championship tie.
61.
Number 61, Dover Athletic of the Conference. They are at home.
14.
And they will be at home to Crystal Palace of the Premier League. Dover at home to Crystal Palace.
50.
Number 50, AFC Wimbledon, into the third round for the first time in their 12-year history.
23.
AFC Wimbledon are at home to Liverpool. AFC Wimbledon versus Liverpool.
24.
24, Manchester City, the Premier League champions, are at home.
34.
Manchester City will be at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Mid-table in the Championship.
64.
64, Aldershot or Rochdale. Drew 0-0 at the weekend, they need a replay.
30.
And Aldershot or Rochdale will be at home to Nottingham Forest, managed by Stuart Pearce, who of course appeared in the 91 final.
41.
Number 41, West Brom, 16th in the Premier League, drew at Hull at the weekend.
55.
West Brom will be at home to Gateshead, another Premier League conference tie. West Brom go to Gateshead.
52.
May have gathered by Tom's reaction, Blythe Spartans are at home and they will play.
Number 4.
Blythe will be at home to Birmingham City of the Championship.
Number 3.
Number 3, Aston Villa. They've lost to lower league sides in the last 2 seasons of Villa.
Number 6.
Aston Villa will be at home to Blackpool, bottom of the Championship. And they've lost in the 3rd round 6 of the last 7 seasons.
33.
Number 33 is Rotherham, hoping to progress to the 4th round for the first time since 2002.
Number 1.
And Rotherham will be at home to another Championship side in AFC Bournemouth. Rotherham against AFC Bournemouth.
18.
18, Huddersfield, under Chris Powell in the Championship.
32.
And Huddersfield will be at home to Reading, also in the Championship. In fact, that's 15th against 14th in the Championship.
45.
45, Oxford or Tranmere. They drew 2-2 in the 2nd round at the weekend.
38.
Oxford or Tranmere will be at home to Swansea City, the only current Premier League club who've never played in an FA Cup final.
Number 11.
Number 11, Cardiff. Give them a proper swirl, Alan. Reached the final in 2008.
49.
And Cardiff will be at home to Colchester, who got through by beating Peterborough late on yesterday.
Number 7.
Number 7, Bolton. Neil Lennon's Bolton, semi-finalists in 2000 and 2011.
43.
And Bolton will be at home to Wigan in a Lancastrian derby. Bolton against Wigan.
37.
Number 37 is Sunderland, quarter-finalists in 2 of the last 3 seasons.
21.
Sunderland will be at home to Leeds United. Brings back memories for the older members of the audience.
Number 10.
Number 10, Burnley. 100 years since their only FA Cup final win. Sean Dyche's men get.
39.
Burnley will be at home to Tottenham Hotspur.
27.
27 is Millwall, beaten in the semi-finals in 2013.
59.
And Millwall will be at home to Bradford City. 10th in League One. Millwall against Bradford City.
15.
Number 15, Derby County, under Steve McLaren, first in the Championship. The Championship leaders get.
54.
54, Southport. Gary Southport going to the Championship leaders, Derby.
Number 8.
Number 8, Brentford. Going so well under Mark Warburton, they're 5th in the Championship.
Number 9.
And Brentford will be at home to Brighton, also in the Championship. Brentford against Brighton.
Number 17.
Number 17 is Fulham. Finalists in 1975. Fulham are at home to?
44.
Fulham are at home to Wolves, another all-championship game. Fulham versus Wolves.
22.
22. Leicester City, not having a great time at the moment. Bottom of the Premier League.
28.
Leicester City at home to Alan Pardew's Newcastle. Leicester City against Newcastle, an all-Premier League tie.
48.
Scunthorpe or Worcester City? They need that replay. Scunthorpe or Worcester City at home to?
53.
Chesterfield. Now, there is a story to do with Chesterfield, which is you may have seen today that they have been charged with fielding an ineligible player in the last round when they beat MK Dons. So now that whole process has to be undertaken. They have a right to obviously appeal and be heard. At this stage, they will stay in the draw, but obviously that is a story to follow. But at the moment, they are there and going to Scunthorpe or Worcester City. We can continue.
Number 16.
Number 16, Everton. Who is going to go to Goodison?
42.
Everton will play West Ham. There's one West Ham fan behind the camera over there. Another all-Premier League tie.
62.
62, Cambridge or Mansfield? They drew 2-2 at the weekend. They need a replay.
46.
Cambridge or Mansfield get Bury or Luton. They also need a replay after a 1-1 draw. Not many left.
Looking for some. Number 13.
13, Chelsea, the winners in 4 of the last 8 seasons.
40.
Chelsea will be at home to Watford. 6 in the Championship. Watford will go to Chelsea.
Number 58.
58, Barnsley or Chester? Chester got that goalless draw at Oakwell over the weekend.
26.
Barnsley or Chester will be at home to Middlesbrough, beaten in the 97 final.
31.
31, QPR. Very good at Loftus Road this season. QPR will be at home to?
60.
60, Sheffield United. Reached the semi-finals last season. They go to Harry Redknapp's QPR.
51.
51, Accrington or Yeovil?
25.
Accrington or Yeovil will be at home to Manchester United.
57.
57, Preston. Knocked out Championship side Ipswich in the 3rd round last season. They'll be at home and going to Deepdale.
29.
Going to Deepdale. Norwich City. Preston against Norwich City of the Championship. 2 left.
56.
56, Doncaster. Put Oldham out at the weekend. Not gone beyond the 3rd round
Last
since
but not
2009-10.
63.
And Doncaster will be at home to the League One leaders, Bristol City. So, there we have it. Thanks to Paul and Alan, although I'm not sure Steve Bruce would agree, judging by the looks he was giving me during that round. The ties for the 3rd round of the FA Cup will be played across the weekend, beginning the 3rd of January.
A fascinating draw, top of the shop. Arsenal, the holders, of course, taking on Hull City, would you believe, in a repeat of last year's FA Cup final. And it's Wimbledon against Liverpool. Everyone will remember the 1988 final. Can Liverpool gain revenge? West Bromwich Albion, struggling in the Premier League at the moment, take on the Conference side Gateshead. Can there be a shock at the Hawthorns, where Blythe Spartans, very much the story of the 2nd round, they host Birmingham City. And further down the list, it's Rotherham against Bournemouth, Huddersfield against Reading, and Bolton against Wigan, an all-North West affair. Older supporters will certainly remember the final of 1973, and Sunderland and Leeds do battle once again. It's Burnley against Tottenham in an all-Premier League clash. Brentford take on Brighton. It's Fulham against Wolves. Leicester against Newcastle. Scunthorpe or Worcester will take on Chesterfield. Everton against West Ham, an all-Premier League encounter. Chelsea, who have won the FA Cup 4 times in the last 8 years, will take on Watford. It's QPR against Sheffield United and Doncaster against Bristol City. The ties will be played between the 3rd and the 6th of January.